Stream?
IRL?
Yeah. What did it say? Persistent. Stop going. Out to where you see the little thing?
Yep.
Go this way.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Barakatash.
Our double honors unto the elders and apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere Shalom to Yakim bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. All right, it's another day in Sin City, Babylon. You know, we are GMS Las Vegas camp. You know, we come to proclaim the downfall of this kingdom, this system, this pit, in which you call America, in which the scriptures call Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Hey, because it's a bunch of wickedness going around in this place, man. You know, you just recently had the death of a Jake named Nipsey Hussle, and you got our people that are losing their minds over this nigga's death, man. But you also have why are they doing that? Because Esau perpetuates the ignorance of our people throughout this society, so they hooked on it, man.
Right.
You know, Esau is the root of this problem. Because think about it, if everything was in a natural order in the way Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai set it up to be, as it speaks of in 2nd Ezra 6, in the 58th chapter and down, where it speaks of if this world were made for our sakes, why don't we have an inheritance with the world? Where if we were in the power seat, as the scripture says that we're going to be in, man, Lord willing we are the elect men, then everything will be running righteously according to the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
If we were in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai,
if
we
we
tried it before. We had a period of 1,000 years where our southern kingdom ruled for 1,000 years, and it was still bad, still doing wickedness, man.
So the Most High told us to come on the highways and hedges and bid into the marriage to speak to the elect so that they could come in and the rest of the prophecies will be fulfilled, man.
I got a precept. This is Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
The scriptures say folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. What does that mean? Folly is nothing but BS, man. It's vanity, you know, bread and circuses. Exactly what our people look at. You know, they focused on sports. You know, they focused on the music world. They focused on entertainment, but aren't focusing on the prophecies in which are occurring right before their faces.
If I can add to that, when it says the rich sit in low place, we're the rich. We're rich because we have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that has us come out here and push this prophecy out to you. And push the word out to you. We're rich because we understand what's coming and we have that wisdom. You Jakes don't have that wisdom, and we're sitting in a low place because you look at us like we're the scum of the earth. Because we're here to upset your comfortable nature that you're dwelling in Babylon in captivity. We're trying to tell you how to get out of captivity through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You're like, nah, I'm about to make it. Y'all gonna worship a dead crip nigga thinking that he gonna save you because he had some ideas about health. That ain't what's gonna save you. Now, should you be doing that? Yes, you should just be consuming meat and bad products.
Next verse.
But at the same time, you have to understand that we're out here sent from the Heavenly Father. That man was not sent from the Heavenly Father. All right? You got it, man.
It's, Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
The scripture said I've seen servants upon horses. Meaning what? Hey, you see the basis of men and then the power seat, man. Because a horse represents power within the scriptures. Now I've seen princes walking as servants upon the earth. Meaning what? We're the princes. Hey, the 12 tribes, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, this world was made for you, man. You're the princes. It's in our names. Yashar Ali, he is the prince of the power. And it says he's seen the servants walking as princes upon, it's like the princes walking as servants upon the ground. Because the princes are the ones that's supposed to be taken care of. They're supposed to be having the roles are flipped, They're supposed to have a higher position. The roles are flipped.
It's Lamentations 5:8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hand.
Servants are ruling over us. Hey, because Esau and the rest of these heathen nations, hey, whenever they come from the countries in which they were born, they can come right to the United States and build up a business, you know? They'll set their restaurants up in Jake Hood, you know? They'll set their stores, their clothing stores in Jake Hood. You know, the swamp meats ain't owned by the Northern Kingdom. They really owned by Esau and the rest of these heathen nations, man.
What does the scripture say about Esau and Jacob? The elders shall serve the younger. So they're supposed to be serving us.
Kind.
They're born servants.
Exactly, bro.
They're supposed to be serving you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Yep.
All right, not the other way around.
Kind. Like the brother said, the elders shall serve the younger. Hey, turn the camera, bro. Yeah, there's the elders shall serve the younger, man, like what the brother just said. Jacob took hold of Esau's heel, man. And it says that 2nd Esdras 6 and 9.
Yep,
you know, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
I'll get it.
And that's go ahead, bro.
I had a free too.
You gonna read that, man?
The 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held first the heel of Esau. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Hey, because right now, as it speaks of in Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Talking about Esau being in the power seat. Him being able to control the narrative of this world, you know? He controls your social media, you know, he controls the niggas that play in the sports, he controls the music industry, he controls the movie, man. He controls everything. Hey, but the Most High is the real author of all of it, man. Esau is just a pawn upon the chessboard, and the Most High is using him to bring down, using us and him to bring down his own structure, you know?
That world in that verse, he's talking about an age. All right, and Eon. And this current age that we're in, I guess it's considered the modern age. Its age is going to pass away. You had the Middle Ages, you had the
Golden Age, Dark Age.
Exploration Age, with you had Edomite explorers. You had the what was after that? I can't think of it, but this current age that we're in is about to pass away. This is Esau's age. This is his kingdom. Industrial age, and you know, it's at its end.
Yep. And then Esau has spreaded this wickedness unto everybody in the world, man. His wicked philosophies have been pushed throughout the winds of the earth, man. Now he has everyone acting and doing as him. You know, this devil has polluted everything, man. Look, the air you breathe, the water you drink. Hey, the animals, we literally walked to camp and seen a bunch of dead moths spread everywhere, man. Hey, that wouldn't have happened when we were in our power. You know, because the radio waves, the 5G, the 4G that Esau's spreading throughout the atmosphere, you know, the chemtrails in which he's spraying, they're all affecting the life of the people and the beings on Earth. You got whales beaching themselves because water is too acidic.
They get found with
plastic
in their stomach.
They had it's a video of a whale that had 80 pounds of plastic within his stomach, man. You know, you got dolphins killing themselves. You know, all the shrimp. They're probably the shrimp, the crab, and all them filter feeders. Esau is taking them out of the water in abundance to feed you people, man. So what is he really feeding you? He's feeding you the poop of the ocean, the oil, the garbage, you know. But this is the man ruling.
They basically said that you got sharks down there. They down there playing with plastic. Literally they're down there playing with plastic. And there's really no real food down there because a lot of fish, a lot of the organisms that they feed off of are just dying. They're dying and they're washing up.
Yeah.
So they're just down there, just left with nothing, with hot Cheeto bags and McDonald's, big and tasty wraps down there, plastic bags. You know.
You can go in the ocean, or you could they'll do autopsies on sharks and stuff, and they'll find license plates within their stomach, tires. You know, all the things that are used on land. Because Esau don't care, man. And then you people of the world come up with inventions to try to better the earth, but they don't have the money to be back with it because Esau profits off of destruction. You know?
There's a proper way to dispose of trash. And Esau doesn't give a shit. Like the brother always refers to, Esau's used this place like a rental car that's not in his name.
Exactly.
So it's not in his name. So he's gonna do whatever. He's gonna throw trash in the ocean. You know, he's gonna pollute the air, the soil, the water. He don't give a shit. Esau doesn't care about nature, about life. Esau's anti-life. And you made reference to the moths. South Korea has 5G technology now. So we know it's a matter of time before it comes to America, all right? And Esau's pushing for even 6G. So those rays that go throughout the air, they're going to start to take effect on the humans, and the animals too.
Yeah.
You know, because the animals don't have a real covering. They just in their natural habitation.
Exactly.
So, you know, they're going to go in the mountains and do what they do. And the radiation is going to come down and it's going to wipe them out. And it's going to kill, it's a pattern that's going to come around to us.
The elder Yashawamba was mentioning how you got certain habitats where the bears are supposed to be hibernating because everything is so out of whack, the ecosystem is destroyed. It's forcing a lot of those bears to not have a place to hibernate.
Yeah.
So they're just walking around, sleepwalking, getting hit by cars and all type of shit, man.
Kind. Or and you people are so stupid. Y'all try to give even when that Edomite came against us, when he made that video talking about all the technological advances that have been happening in the world, they should all be given credit unto so-called white people, man. Hey, when y'all didn't even invent them, the scriptures tell you Jacob is the former of all things, man. All the positive technologies that are established upon this earth, our people have created them. When you look at all the things that y'all did, it's always a negative effect that comes out of it. You try to bring out, you got cars and you got oil. Well, your cars are pushing out pollution.
We had horses, man. They were eating fresh, real food on the earth that kept them healthy and strong to do the journey. Mules and asses and stuff to carry loads. We had the travel system set up.
And when the horses eat, what happens? They poop, and that poop fertilizes the soil in which they're walking on, man. So when you look at something as simple as oil and gas, Esau is pushing dirty water full of harmful chemicals to the environment into the ground, which they call it fracking. You know, and that fracking does what? It pushes the oil through the cracks, and it pops up. But all that water is it doesn't go anywhere else. It stays in the ground, and it branches out to nearby trees.
The density level is different. You can't replace water with oil. It's not the same thing.
Exactly, bro. Right. Exactly, and that causes earthquakes. You know, because that's messing with the tectonic plates. And what does the earthquakes do? The earthquakes mess up the homes. You know, it messes up the environment for the animals. So it's nothing positive that comes out of that, man.
So basically what this is causing is an effect, a negative effect on the earth that's making it respond to all the activities that's being done. That's why all these sinkholes are caving in, you know. That's why you having all these different earthquakes, you're having all these tsunamis and all type of things. It's basically floods because the earth is responding and reacting to all of the activity, man. You know, I got a quick pre. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 5. It says, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler." Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler.
An error which proceedeth from the ruler, meaning what? Hey, it's a bunch of destruction. Hey, Esau is an off balance, man. He doesn't know he can't establish righteousness because he doesn't have righteousness within him. And then every invention or creation that he comes up with, hey, it's a negative byproduct of it, man. You know,
he doesn't know how to
no, go ahead, bro.
He doesn't know how to rule the people properly. He rules like you look at his New World Order in the Georgia Guidestones, right? He wants to destroy majority of the population of the earth because he can't control enough of it. So he's gonna deem who can make it and who can't. And those that are completely obedient, he'll keep those or within his agenda. But that's not a good ruler. The ruler should be able to rule everybody the right way, but that's not how this man is. He's the son of perdition. He wants to destroy everybody.
You could literally look at it from every level. Hey, the ground that we standing on, it's not supposed to be concrete. You know, this is supposed to be soil that we're standing on. Because even when you look into how we walk and things like that, your body contours with the shape of the ground, man. So when you have concrete, it messes up your knees. You know, it's messing up your hamstrings, your back, your neck, because you're not supposed to be posturing on a surface this rough. You know, into the building, the architecture. Unforgiving. The architecture, it's messing up the currents of the wind, which ultimately messes up pollination. You know, water, you're not supposed to be buying water. You know, water is supposed to be free. But what does he do? He strips the water of his natural resources and bottles it. You know, takes the silicates from the ground to make the plastics. And what happens? Now you got plastics floating in the ocean. You got plastics in the soil.
He puts chemicals in the water to try to clean the water.
Come on, bro.
Water does not need chemicals to be clean.
Exactly.
But he puts chemicals in it to try to clear out the bacteria or whatever in the water
That he created.
I'm gonna read this again. It's Ecclesiastes. It's Ecclesiastes 10:5. It says, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and an error which proceedeth from the ruler." And that word error, it means to be inadvertent. To be inadvertent means to be unattentive. Meaning you have a lack of care, man. You just, under your supervision, you just let whatever happens as long as you satisfied and you get what you want, you just let everything just fly and everything just fuck up and depreciate in value and rust and just turn to ruin.
Look at the infrastructure of America.
Yeah.
This is how this man rules his own kingdom.
Yeah.
Who's taking care of your roads? Who's taking care of your buildings? Who's taking care of your infrastructure here in America?
Right.
It's going down, but that's how you rule the earth the same way.
Right.
You do shit and don't give a damn.
Right.
Hey, Salah, when he was ruling in Europe after the time of the Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages, but he would destroy a castle instead of fixing it up while he lived. He just moved to another castle. Go fight the family that was in that one and take that castle. Just to keep repeating that process. Shit the holes up and everything else.
Esau's a filthy animal, man. You know, you mentioned those castles, they would live amongst rats. It was rat infested. I saw a video. Shit everywhere. It smelled. They didn't have good hygiene. And this is who's ruling right now. And this shows you how off you Israelites are, because this devil is ruling over us.
And we live in the worst neighborhood.
Yeah.
My brother was been home now.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Come
This is
Go ahead.
it's a lot. Isaiah 24 and verse 4, it says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof."
The reason why it languishes is because of the rulership. If he don't take attention to the infrastructure, the people that ruled under him not going to take attention to the infrastructure of the earth. Same thing, what was that last line that said it? That's on you.
It says, "The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant."
It says the earth is defiled. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Hey, because Esau, it says he changed the ordinances. What else?
Transgressed the laws.
Yeah, transgressed the law. Hey, the Most High set the blueprint within the scriptures, man. But what does he do? Hey, he calls this. He says the Bible is the law of the land. You know, you gotta swear upon it and court and things like that. But what happens? Hey, he doesn't live by the scriptures. When he goes to new lands, what happens? He takes down or cuts down the trees, you know, in order to build or things. Deforestation. You know, for his numerous reasons. It should be no reason why you should be having nuclear power plants exploding and leaking off chemicals everywhere. Radiation, because that's destroying the environment within itself. You know, but Esau, because he does everything for his benefit, he wants the monetary gain off of those chemical power plants because he wants to control the power of them. You know, but what does that do? It's all negativity. He takes no accountability for the wickedness that he does. You know, and the people and you people.
What's the example of that? That fucking Stephen Molyneux talking about the white man is being scapegoated.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take accountability. He doesn't want to consider the facts that we're basically, you're not being scapegoated, you being inquisition.
Yeah.
Everything that you've done against the earth has been recorded against you, and you being brought up on these charges in the court of the Most High law.
Yeah.
That's what's happening, and you don't want to take accountability for it, man.
I think ain't that guy from South Africa?
Stephen? No, I think he's in Canada or something like that.
Who's that guy that said that scapegoat guy?
That's
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought he was from South Africa, because if he was, they probably crying out because them Hamites down there is
killing them damn farmers.
Yeah, killing the
Edomite
Edomites
farmers down there.
Yep.
Hey, that goes back to Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. that taunting proverb.
Yep.
You know, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Because these nations are getting sick and tired of your shit, man. So that's why they're gonna rise up suddenly against you and wage war against your ass, man. You already had the Assad, all right, over the Syrian regime. He was pretty much he spoke some words about the military intervention on Venezuela, and he's basically saying the reason why they over there is the same reason why they tried to come over here. Right? They want to try to get their hands upon the resources of these lands, so they're going to try to demonize the regime of those that are in that land, just so they can find a reason to wage war against them. You know, you're everywhere where you shouldn't be. You know. Which one? The one I just read? Isaiah 24 and verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws.
What laws? The statute laws, the commandments were to keep the earth in balance and in order. Okay, and then how man should live upon the earth with those statute laws, commandments, and treating one another and the earth. That's what the laws are all about. The righteous way to rule the earth. Okay? This man has transgressed all of that. Right?
Yeah, some of it's just common sense.
Right.
You know, you're not supposed to pollute the water you're supposed to drink. You know, you don't supposed to pollute the air you're supposed to breathe. That's common sense.
They purposely put fluoride and different additives into the drinking water, into bottled water. There was nothing wrong with it at first, and they could put the same righteous additives into it to make it alkaline and make it healthier for you. Where do you think Gatorade and all this shit come from? They can do all that, putting flavor, they can put the right nutrients in it if it didn't have it. But if you just left it alone, maybe put a piece of moringa or something like that, or coal, something like that in it to clear it out.
Hey, but like you said, the gold, he stripped it. He stripped the lakes and the natural water sources of its elements. You know, this gold, this silver, you know, it's different jewels and things like that to make profit off of it. You know, but you people see nothing wrong with it, man. It's like, hey, the men of the Lord are the only man crying out about the abominations being done in this place, man. Because we understand through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shai, how the world is supposed to work, man.
Right. That's what the statute of commandments is all about. Finish that, then I'm going to come with this one.
It says, and broken the everlasting, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate, therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And that's the reason why this dominion has to be the last one. Esau's dominion has to be the last dominion, because he's doing too much damage to the ecosystem. He's doing too much damage to the food supply. He's doing too much damage to the mentality of the people. If Esau was allowed to continue to rule forever, basically every species that the Most High created would go extinct. Everything.
Why do you think they're trying to go to Mars and shit?
Right.
They know this place is through. They're trying to seek Earth on Mars and the moon.
God, they're looking at unnatural things that you wouldn't necessarily use to benefit the health of the people, knowing that it's going to destroy it in the end. Like it's articles on milk and cockroaches, you know, because he's messed up the milk from the cows, you know, because he stripped. That's just pus, really. It's not like you drinking real milk, you know, turning poop into poop into meat.
Cow's milk is for baby calves. Kind. Turning
poop into meat because the cows are messed up.
Human flesh in the meat.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. What he said about breaking that everlasting covenant, filed the whole earth with it or whatever. Because he's the one that's ruling the earth, right?
So like, not only that, but he also took the covenant in his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
Psalm 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High God Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Which if he'd have kept the statutes, theirs would be all in the mourning position that it's in now. It would be all in the destroyed level that it's all right now, right? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing that thou hatest instruction, and you can't tell this white man nothing. You can't hold him accountable. You do all kind of wickedness in earth, but you can't hold him accountable for nothing. You know? It's toxic masculinity. It's the slaves that didn't want to work in the crop right. It's the Muslim Arabs, and you know, it's always somebody else's fault.
It's the Chinese too. They created the technology too. You know, trying to compete with our technology. Yeah, y'all you started that race, and now y'all are competing each other for the lead and further destroying the planet, man.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
And they're slaying us with all the pollution. They slaying us with all of the poison that they are putting in our food, man. Everything that we have to rely upon for life is all being polluted and contaminated, man. You know? Like that flood that happened in the Midwest. If everything was pure, you know, rain coming down, and if all the seas were actually purified, then all those crops that got flushed out in the cattle, it wouldn't have really been affected like that. But the fact that those floods bring in all the toxic chemicals that Esau has been putting out there, is causing all the contamination of all those different goods that they've been growing.
Yeah, it's called acid rain.
Esau doesn't, of course he doesn't practice the land Sabbath. He just grows on that same piece of land, and more than likely, he grows his crops in the damn flood zone.
Good.
You know, if he had any sense, he would know where the flood zone is at, so I can grow my crops here, and don't worry about it. But Esau, he's a covetous, greedy devil, and he wants, you know, as much as he can.
How do you think you live in high-rise habitations? You didn't shoot that building if you don't mind, bro. Why do you think you live in high-rise habitations? Because this man wants to control every avenue to get his money. Like, he can't just make it for a small amount, but he wants it all. He wants you to live all on one plot of land. He wants you to live 8,000 people on one plot of land, so he got to move up because he can't continue moving out.
Yeah, you can't spread out. You got to stack up.
Stack up.
So because he needs all that extra land for himself.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. That's why y'all in the projects and the reservations and the barrios and all them other little fucked up neighborhoods.
And he get the castles and shit.
Yep.
Mansions.
All the big mansions and castles. 4 people living in a 15-bedroom house.
You see that on YouTube where they got these little documentaries or little informational pieces on the wealthiest homes. Like, you know, they go into like the most luxurious homes or the most expensive mansions on the earth, and they'll go into the history, like the different presidents or certain super rich people that actually live in these homes, and they'll actually go into how, like, this home in Italy or in England, this home is worth $1.7 billion. And it has 20 rooms, 15 bathrooms,
15,000,
you know,
square foot.
Yeah, man.
Of bathrooms.
Sitting on 126 acres of land.
Yeah,
right.
They got an indoor and an outdoor pool.
Yeah. They got a labyrinth and shit. Like
but they got a family of six.
Not even that sometimes.
Not even that, you know.
And what's the purpose of that?
That's why going back to having a shelter.
Like Oprah got a big ass house in Santa Barbara. She ain't got no kids.
Yeah.
She ain't got a man. Shit.
And man we ain't heard her stepping in a minute.
That's why it says he could never have enough.
I got a prayer. It's Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
And they actually dreamed and plotted this out. When that night when Esau went to sleep after the blessing that he got from Isaac, and after realizing the blessing that Jacob got, he start from that moment on, he began to plot on this day right now that he would see the full fruition of the destruction of Jacob. And he's been planning out every chance he get ever since until he got to rulership. Once he got the rulership, he's been planning it out completely. And he's almost about to execute it, but the Most High gonna step in.
And he hid that power, he hides that power behind his so-called white supremacy, false religion, you know, his military power, his pseudosciences, his witchcrafts. That's the source of that power that he works upon his bed and cause a lot of people to die in the process, man. You know? When it talks about, was that Daniel, it might be 7 or 8, where it says that through his policy, he should cause craft to prosper in his hand. You know, and by peace he shall destroy many. You know, that's that left hand power that he got, man. But he tried to hide behind a false image of, you know, being innocent, you know, purity, you know, being called white, you know, which symbolizes purity, to be innocent, you know, innocence, morality, the face of morality on the planet Earth.
Hey.
You hid behind that false image while destroying the whole entire planet, man.
Yep.
Spreading your poison in democracy and
Mr.
witchcraft. Can never do no wrong. Hey, like the brother mentioned earlier, you know, when we bring out that scripture in Proverbs, when it talks about how an adulterous woman, you know, she never could hold herself accountable.
I got
You know, she eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. That's Esau. He has that same nature, like a woman. Do all this wickedness and feel like you shouldn't be judged for it, man. You know, it got to be blamed on everybody else.
No reasoning, no accountability.
No accountability, no responsibility, no reason.
Yeah, man.
And there it is. Hey, that's who gave you women that mentality. Esau gave you women that mentality also. Okay? Because that's how he treats it. Should read that before. You still holding the piece?
Yeah, I got pieces.
Did you ever finish yours?
I never finished mine.
Yeah, we make sure we go back to that. Let him finish that.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even in his heritage.
Fine, and that's exactly what's happening, man. You got the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You got the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Esau has stripped you of your essentials, you know, your God-given rights, and got you living in the ghettos, the barrios, the reserves. He got you, the projects. He got you living in the filthiest land, eating the most defiled food while he's thriving, man. You know, while he's living it up. You got a family of 4 Edomites, like the brother said, living in mansions, and you got Jake within the ghetto, a family of 6 living in a 2-bedroom apartment, man.
I gotta say that about Vegas right quick. You're looking at the housing market here in Vegas. The living wage can't afford you. Like the minimum wage is one of the nicest things about Vegas. When it was created with the minimum wage, you can afford somewhere to live for the minimum wage. Now it ain't enough.
Yeah.
If you don't have a roommate, if you don't have somebody else working 2-3 job income house, you can't make it nowadays.
It's a statistic that says nowhere in America can you work a minimum wage job and be living in a 2-bedroom apartment.
That's, the minimum wage is literally below the poverty line.
Yep.
You're not gonna live making a minimum wage, figure, man. That's impossible. You got to shack up.
You got to work two or 3 jobs.
2 or 3.
I like that breed.
Back in Psalms 50, and I'm starting with 16, read down to 17. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? And it wouldn't be wicked if they was keeping it, right? If they're wicked. So they don't keep the statutes and the covenant. So seeing thou hatest instruction, and cast my words behind thee, Yep. The cats like, we don't need to keep the land Sabbath. It'll still grow something. You know, we don't need to watch out what we do with the earth because it ain't going nowhere.
God, and then he sees the negative effects. You know, he sees that what he's doing is wrong and still do it anyways. Or instead of he doesn't observe the land Sabbath that the brother was born into, then he'll just create food that's grown in the lab.
Huh?
You know, he tries to find ways over it instead of just doing what he's supposed to do.
Fall back for 7 years, man. Let the world chill, man, for a year.
God, it's so bad. Esau, he takes the worms, the ladybugs and the bugs out of the earth and then sells them. You know, you could go to Star Nursery and buy a jar of worms or ladybugs. You know, because
You want a price on that?
Yeah, you want a price on everything.
You dug them up out the earth to sell them back to you, to put back in the earth.
Yeah.
Damn, the devil, man. If you don't know that this man's the devil, you a devil too. You know, he's your father, man. You believe that this white man can do no wrong. This man is the damn devil the Bible speaks of in the flesh. He does everything contrary to the Most High God, and you guys love him. Hey, I want to say this about Nipsey Hussle, right? How come they ain't blaspheming this dude, right? How come they ain't talking all crazy? Because they like you looking up to this lowly ass nigga. A low-level Crip nigga that just got smoked like Crips get smoked. He didn't do nothing special. He ain't make it. What kind of victory lap is getting shot in the head? What kind of victory lap is, okay, I own a business, but I still gotta fucking work? That ain't a victory lap. Victory lap is when we in the chariots, okay? When we get the crowns put on our heads, man, that's the victory lap.
And what really pissed me off is you niggas compared the Lord of the Bible, you know, our Lord and Savior, to this nigga Nipsey Hussle. That's a complete blasphemy, man.
Yeah.
And whoever you niggas that think like that, man, you're gonna be destroyed, man.
That's right.
And I pray that the Most High give you a destruction, man. You know, a horrible death.
Yeah, the worshiping, that shit is getting sickening, man. Y'all literally just elevated this nigga to God status, man.
The fucking rapper, man. What the fuck, man?
Right.
Yeah. Like rappers don't die violent deaths.
A gangster rapper, man.
Who was the one that, who posted that? Anyway, the brother posted it about what Malcolm X said. We're the only culture on the planet where the buffoons and the low level and the sellouts are our idols. The so-called white man, his comedians aren't his leaders and idols, but ours is in our community, right? We look up to the George Lopez's and the fucking Nipsey Hussles, the Kobe Bryants and LeBron James. These are the guys that we take our guidance from their images, the Michael Jordans, okay? Well, there's no scholars, we're the real leaders of the earth, okay? We're the real leaders of our people. Starting with the apostles on down, but you want to listen to these lowly ass rappers that's perpetuating you staying in a low level position that you're already in.
Hey, and low level,
plan to get out.
And low level is what Nipsey was talking about.
Right.
Trying to establish, you know, a business for yourself and, you know, to live deliciously here in Babylon, but still live in the hood though. You know, basically all the niggas in the hood, you know, those are my people. So we're gonna make sure we establish a community. We're gonna be self-sufficient, living still in the fucking pissy shitty ghetto.
Yeah, you niggas ain't got control of the airspace. Esau just fucking come drop bombs on you, man. Or fucking just let off a whole lot of chemtrails and kill your ass.
It's the same thing he did.
Stupid.
Same thing he did in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jake, what's it called when you? It's a saying that say when you constantly do the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. Hey, you niggas are insane, man. Y'all follow the same actions. Y'all don't understand that Esau has his place locked down. You know, you gotta understand that the Most High gave him the earth to rule in this time period, man. The only way out of here is to get out of here spiritually by Yahweh Shem Shai, man, and wait for it to manifest physically.
This is the new path, which is really the old path. Okay?
Done.
That this white man got everything else locked up.
Done.
His traps are set on every other path. The whole Broadway. This is the one narrow way that we can make it.
God, you niggas always talking about, the black dollar. If we was to all stop buying on certain, nigga, it still got a white face on it. Dummy.
Low level.
You don't understand that he rules that you can't do anything in this society without him sanctioning it off. Okay, say you get your land. Oh, because Jake always try to bring, well, my family got land down south. Okay, and you still got to build on the land. You still need contractors. You still got all the things you need in a society. He owns all the copyright to it.
They done tried it, man.
Kind.
Everything's been tried, man. It's not Yahweh, but Yahweh. The other guy tried that, man. He tried to take Jim Jones.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna take a bunch of y'all down to South America. We're gonna live down there. What happened?
Niggas drank the Kool-Aid.
He poisoned y'all with Kool-Aid, man. And you drink it. You drink it like, oh, this is real sweet like I like it. Dumbass people.
got
The things that I've been through in my
It's Isaiah 52, verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments.
This wisdom is the beautiful garment. Not because Nipsey said, hey, stop eating processed food and eat fruits and teas and shit. No, we've been telling you this for years. That you need to change up your dietary law. The scripture's been telling you for thousands of years. You got it, bro.
O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Shake thyself from the dust.
Salak. Hey, that's why he's only looking for the new covenant is only for a few good men. Because the bad of our people used to come also and have to be brought into this thing. Now, only the good can make it into this thing. Only if wisdom tries you and finds you worthy. Okay? That's the only way you can make it. That you prove that you have faith in it, all right? Other than that, you can't make it into this thing, man. The lonely, the little niggas, the bad seeds, the bad apples, they ain't about to spoil the whole bunch of this go around. They spoiled it every other go around.
It says, shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem.
Confusion, the bad one.
The confusion. Go ahead, bro. The confusion is the dust, man. Because that's the state that Jake is in. Y'all, you gotta understand.
Nipsey's a Lord.
Yeah. Y'all tripping, man. Good help.
That nigga Daylight, Daylight, man, that nigga's he's a super bug out, man.
He's just be saying shit, man.
Brother say he's a smart dumb nigga.
Yeah.
He's a sleep woke nigga.
Yeah. Smarter than me.
Ever learning but never able to come into the knowledge of the truth.
That's the description right there.
You know?
You can learn all types of analogies about how special a nigga was. But can't learn righteousness on how good a man that stand on the corner and tell you to change your ways all over the internet, all on the corners of the streets, all over the world with the right benefit in. But won't look up what he called him Jesus Christ. Don't even know the real name of the Lord. It's all over the internet.
They was about to start quoting from the book of Nipsey.
Yeah,
Book of Nipsey, chapter 2.
You saw he said that, right? I was gonna do a video. He said, me and Ab Soul about to do a book. You know, we need something. Hey, that's almost as bad as
The Book of Sleep.
Yeah.
Mike. Book of Sleep.
Book of Sleep. Yep. Hey, cause Jake really don't care. You know, Jake, as much as Jake utter with their lips that they love their people, hey, they really don't, man. Y'all really hate each other. Really, the elect, you hate yourself. The elect men are really the only ones that truly care for the nation.
Yep.
One, because they're doing this labor of love, man. This is the work of showing that you care. Because by doing this, the elect men are going, not only bring themselves out first through the salvation by the power and spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, but they're going to ultimately bring back the whole nation of Israel, man.
Right? Hey, this is literally a spiritual public service announcement.
Kind.
For Israel, the real Negro, Latino, Native American.
Yep.
Yeah, you getting freely serviced.
Kind.
You know, because when we do this, y'all ain't giving us money.
Kind.
You don't want
We ain't
to.
setting up collection plates like they do in the Plantation Christian Church. We freely give, man. Because we freely receive this thing. You could be getting this wisdom because this is the engrafted word which is able to save your soul, man.
That's right.
Okay? These are the words of your salvation, man. We gonna get delivered from this shit, man.
Right.
We ain't gonna be here forever. These rappers, they're here to make sure that they can give you a short peace in this place. You know? They're not thinking about your salvation because they ain't worrying about the day of the Lord, man.
Right.
All they caring about is prosperity up under the so-called white man.
Yep.
Okay?
We're talking about rulership above the so-called white man. Under righteous order of Yahweh Shem El Shah.
And we talking about ruling over
galaxy.
The galaxies, man. We talking about taking control over the atmosphere, man. Controlling the elements. We gonna dictate the commerce. Okay? We're gonna take care of the animals. Everything is gonna be under its rightful order, under our rulership, man. Everything is gonna be in harmony, man.
That's right, bro.
You ain't gonna have to worry about tent cities, you know, extreme homelessness. You know, you ain't gonna have to worry about none of that, man. Okay? Yep.
John chapter 3, verse 12. If I have told you of earthly things and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things? We talking about the kingdom of heaven, man. It's gonna be on earth, man. Heaven is a condition, man.
That's it.
You know, it's gonna be heaven for earth people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. But it's gonna be hell to you Edomites, the so-called white people, and you other nations.
That's right.
All right. But still, the earth is still gonna be in harmony. You know, you're not gonna have pollution. You know, you're not gonna have no problems in the household with your woman. You know, with your children. You know, your food gonna be clean. All right. It's a whole different mindset that you take away. You know, we're talking about heavenly things. You know, and we talking about, you know, earthly things too, man. But you niggas still don't get it. You know?
Quick.
I'm gonna go back to this too.
It's quick. Proverbs 29 and 2. Wait. Proverbs 29 and 1. He that being often reproved, harden his neck, shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. That's the so-called white man, and that's our people. Our people do not want to get right, man. We can sit back and call this man out, and he just gonna harden his neck. We call our people out, they just harden their neck. You don't understand, when you go against what we're talking about, what these scriptures are talking about, you're going for the enemy. The enemy of you. That means you're now working for the enemy of you. So, the other verse is, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
God, the scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Hey, that's why when we're in the kingdom, hey, Israel's gonna be at peace, man. It's not gonna be no fighting between thy neighbor. You know, you're gonna be able to enjoy your kids, enjoy the earth in this true state. You're gonna be able to have your slaves, man. You're gonna enjoy beating their ass. Why? Because it's gonna be dictated and set upon the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, man. Our heart's gonna be made flesh again. You know, we're not gonna be able to go off. Everything is gonna be at peace. But right now on earth, it says when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. It's tons of videos of people talking about the struggle they're going through, man, or the hard times they're going through. Hey, look at the curses. You go in any major, it's like you go in any major city in the world, man, and you're gonna find Israelites going through hell because of Esau, because all the statues he sets up. You know.
I might say, like, with the whole gang activity that you see happening in, you know, in LA, Chicago, the Midwestern cities, that whole shit started because of some shit that Esau was doing. Jake was forming gangs to protect themselves from white supremacist radical groups. But then it ended up getting infiltrated and corrupted. It became politics. Esau, pushing the drugs up in there, and basically did away with all the resources and things that you need. So when you live in an environment where there's a lack of resources and ways for you to get out and to sustain yourself, the little resources that you have in there, the natural instinct of people is to compete and fight.
Every man for himself, dog.
And Esau knew that, so he made sure that he created